Hi guys, and welcome to an episode of Flippercorn Productions. As you can see, Demetrius not here with me. And this would be a little bit different if my sister didn't have to do some stuff in the morning. She's asleep. This is going to be the very first episode. The one that was going to be with my sister is going to be hilarious because we were talking about it. It's going to be hilarious. But this one's a little bit different. This is going to be a new series, Night Frights. So... Night Frights or remember to turn on the lights. Whichever one you guys think sounds better is what I'm going to name the series. So, I might ask my friends later. But, I don't know what the title of this is going to be. Either Night Frights or remember to turn on the lights. But this is scary stories that are only 2 sentences. So, it's the scariest 2-sentence things that you can possibly think of, right? So I have my tablet here, and let's start with the first one, right? So the first one is just another muffled VO. I don't know what that means, but okay. I began tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I looked underneath for his assurement, and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering, whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody in my bed." Like, what is that? Seriously, guys. Like, what would you do in that situation? Because I know I'm about to start swinging on somebody. Like, you have 2 sons. You have a son in your bed and a son under your bed. Like, what do you do? Like, who's the real son? That's some scary stuff right there, right? So, the next one is... The doctors told me to amputate. He might experience a phantom limb from time to time. Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he left cold fingers brushed across his phantom hand. Wait, what? Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he felt cold fingers brushed across. Oh my God! He felt the fingers brush across his hand. Oh my God. Okay. I got chills now. That's really creepy. Okay. So, let's go on to another one. Oh my God. Okay. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear. And it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated. So he was buried, I don't know, either he was buried alive, or it's just being buried. Explain down below what you think of that, because that one's a little bit weird. Don't be scared of the monsters, just look for them. Look to your left and to your right, under your bed, behind your dresser, and in your closet, but never look up. She hates being seen. That one's not really that creepy. I don't know. That one just, it's kind of iffy. I woke up to hear knocking on the glass. At first I thought it was just the wind, until I heard it come from the mirror. So he heard knocking on the window, like knocking on the glass, and he's like, he looks out. He thinks it was the window. Then he hears it come from the mirror. Like, Bloody Mary is after this guy. Like, he's been playing too much voodoo shit, man. Like, this is why I don't play with that kind of stuff, right? Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys, there's smoke in front of me because I'm getting into the mood with vampire's blood. Yeah, that's right side up. It was upside down on this side. I was like, oh no. But, yeah, it's basically just like a mapley apple wood, I guess, incense. They celebrated the first successful cybernetic freezing. He had no way of letting them know he was still conscious. This isn't creepy to me because it reminds me of Reddit. Oh, I can't remember what they put in. Was it hyperstasis? I think it was called hyperstasis or whatever. And he says in hyperstasis you see everything or something like that, but you can't move. It also reminds me of a story about a person in a coma who could like hear and all that, but couldn't move. That one's not that creepy, really. So she wondered why she was cast. Oh no, it jumped down. She wondered why she was. Stop jumping. She was casting two shadows. After all, there was only a single light bulb. Vashnorada, guys. It was the Vashnorada, Doctor Who. This is a Legend of Zelda mug that I bought, by the way. Random, I know, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's the only thing out of place in this creepy Walking Dead, Vampire's Blood thing going on. I just like it. Horses everywhere. Okay, I know I haven't been reading all these, but that's because some of them are just weird titles. Like the one above us was PG Pagan 91. I don't know, but this one is Horses Everywhere. I set off myself with thoughtless, proclaimed eyes and the prettiest pink doll dress I could find. Why did she have to be born still? What? Oh! Okay, it took me a second, but she's carrying around her stillborn baby as if it was a doll. That one's pretty creepy. Like, could you imagine that, guys? Like, the woman just carrying around her, like, basically dead baby as a doll. It's really creepy. The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor. So, Superman's a stalker now, guys. He's been stalking Lois Lane. Lois Lane wrote this. Superman the stalker. There's a picture of me in my phone sleeping. I live alone. So somebody's broken in or living in this person's house, like, and they have no knowledge of it, taking a picture of them as they sleep. My question is why would they do that? You stalking? Are you trying to make it look like they're stalking themselves, or is you just making a really good Instagram post for them? Just saw my reflection blink. Okay, this is just one sentence. But that's creepy, dude. If you're like looking in the mirror and all of a sudden your reflection just like blinks. Like, then you start questioning like, who's real? Like, is it another like, I don't know. Man, that's just creepy. Like, I don't even know how to explain that. Okay, it jumps every time I switch to a new page, so I'm just gonna have to take a second. Working the night shift alone tonight. There's a face in the cellar staring at the security cameras. A face, just like a face, or is there like a face at the security camera? Because you might have accidentally locked somebody down in the cellar. I mean, that's not that creepy. You should probably just investigate that a little bit more. Just that on his part, right? They delivered the mannequin in bubble wrap. From the main room, I began to hear popping. This isn't a mannequin. This is a person who mailed themselves to this other person. Like, that is the upper echelon of stalker. Like, you act like a mannequin. You sin. Well, the mannequin's alive. More Doctor Who. If you're Doctor Who, you get Whovian, you'll get that reference. Okay, this one's just like sad and real. You wake up, she doesn't. So basically, like, his wife died while he was asleep. I don't know, I guess. That was just like real. Really sad. You get home, tired after a long day's work, and ready for a relaxing night alone. You reach for the light switch, but another hand is already there. So you reach for this light switch, then Casper the freaking friendly ghost is already trying to turn on the lights for you. You just have a friendly ghost in your house. It's Casper. You got home from a long day's work, you want to relax, and Casper's like, hey buddy, let me just get the light switch for you. But you don't know this, Casper. You're just over there trying to reach for the light switch, and you think somebody's robbing your house, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? You know? Like, what would you do if you reach for the light switch and there's already a hand there? Like, I'd be running, man. My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help. I don't really have anything to say for that one. That one actually is legitimately creepy. Oh guys, this is the scariest thing ever, especially for you us millennials out there. This is the biggest horror story ever. Like, for older people it's really not that scary, I guess, but for us, dude, this like just kills us on the inside. Day 312. Internet still isn't working. Like, oh my god, you guys are watching this on the internet right now. Like, and other YouTubers too. Like, what would you do if you didn't have YouTube? Go outside and kick a can like my grandfather used to do? Can kick? Go outside and play soccer? Who plays soccer? Like, come on. Really? Soccer's like the dumbest sport ever. It's not like I used to play or anything. You start to drift off into a comfortable sleep when you hear your name being whispered. You live alone. This is just, like, almost every one of these are just stalker people. The Invisible Man is there. That's an old comic book. But the Invisible Man is there. He's laying next to you, and he's whispering your name in your ear. Like, no, just not. You need to burn that house. Just go, burn the house. Leave. That is not what you want to mess with. I kiss my wife and daughter goodnight before I go to sleep. When I wake up, I'm in a padded room, and the nurse is telling me it was just a dream. So this is another just really sad one. He's just basically like insane, I guess, and maybe his family died or something, and now he just has like flashbacks. That one's just pretty sad. Okay, that's a internet one, like coding one. I don't know if you guys will get it. I get it, kind of, but I'm not that big on the coding, so I needed to quickly run an SQL command to update a single row in the Oracle DB table at work. To my horror, I came back with 2,378, 231 rows affected. Basically, it's like a virus thing, you know. You're laying in bed with your feet dangling off the covers. You feel a hand grab your feet. Okay, this one's really creepy because when you're young, you think there's a monster under your bed, which the other one was pretty creepy, but the first one. But this one's really creepy because, like, your bed is your safe place, right? Like, nothing can get you on your bed when you're little. Because, like, if you're like, turn off the lights when you're little, you, like, run to your bed and you dive in. So it's like, when you're little, you just imagine that there's, like, a force field, I guess. But, like, when your feet are dangling off and something grabs it, that's really creepy because then all of your fears have just been realized, you know? The funeral attendees never came out of the catacombs. Something locked the crypt door from the inside. Zombies. That's the only answer to that, just zombies. My wife woke up. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. So basically, somebody's intruding in the house She was murdered 2 years ago, and now she's like trying to. This one's actually kind of sweet though. This one's not like that creepy. This one's just kind of sweet. That's a Star Wars one. Okay, I know there's some I know some of my family like Star Wars, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this one. This one's pretty creepy too. Misa call a Jar Jar Binks. Misa, your humble servant. Whoa, that just blew right in my face. I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me up. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sounds of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams. So he's buried alive. You know, anytime I hear buried alive, I just think of that scene from Walker, Texas Ranger, I think, where they bury him in the Bronco and he like drives up out of it. I think it was Walker, Texas Ranger. Maybe it was something else. The last man on Earth sat alone in a room. There was knocking at the door. More Doctor Who, right? This one doesn't scare me because it just makes me think of the Doctor Who episode where I think it was Matt Smith and Karen Giller. I think it was those two, that pair. Go to the end of time where there's just one dude left, and there's always knocking on the door. He's supposed to be the last human left. That's pretty creepy. After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child. I don't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Nope. Nope. As a popular meme song would say, excuse the language, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Because that is the scariest one on here. Because you don't, oh no, just no. Somebody broke into your apartment to put your dead wife and child, oh girlfriend, child, holding each other. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs to hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey, I heard it too." The kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper. Oh, okay, I completely just like read over the... Okay, I get it now. Oh, I'm dumb. I completely read over like the first part. I was like, why is this so creepy? But I'm sure you can rewind it, but just in case you didn't get it, like my stupid self didn't. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading downstairs, you hear whispering from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too." So it's not the mom calling, because the mom's in the closet scared too. That's not what my mom would do. My mom would be like running down there like trying to shoot the thing, like whatever it was. Okay, so this is number 30, so I guess this is going to be 30 scary stories, because I'm going to stop right after this one. And this one is scary for any of you people out there who, you know, partake in the herbs, I guess. If anybody out there who smokes weed, this is scary for you. Okay? I was stoned, and Taco Bell was closed. It's pretty scary. So, this has been, whatever I'm gonna call it, don't know yet. Remember to turn on the lights, or, night frights, whichever one. I'm gonna consult some people on this. But, obviously, you guys know, and if you want me to change it to a different title, I may take some, suggestions. down below. As always, remember to like, remember to subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when we upload a new video or I upload a new video. Be you every single day, every single way. Keep it positive, guys. Peace.